Welcome back. We're again watching some more Yuru Camp. Of course, the main series being over, we have to start on something else. And this movie is one that has been on my radar for a while. Wish I could have watched it sooner, but life gets in the way. Luckily, we can actually avoid all sorts of actual meaningful bits of stress or responsibility and just watch some girls go camping. But after we had the long trek, the birthday wishes that we had in the last series, I wonder what a movie could be. Personally, I thought it was going to be relatively short, but no, it's 2 hours worth. So I really hope you're ready, because we're going to have one hell of a send-off for Eurocamp, but also it means that something's going to have to take its place next week. Still not sure what I'm going to do there. I've had some good suggestions though, but there's so much I want to see still. Are we going to get any more solo adventures? We've got 2 hours to experience it all, so we're going to have one big camp blowout or several smaller ones. And what tips and tricks are we going to learn along the way? We'll have to see. So grab yourself a drink, sit down nice and comfortably. Maybe get a big blanket as well, get really snuggled in and warm for this one. Because it's more Yuru Camp. Unless this is just a opening logo moment. It's quite a nice mountain. That wasn't a bad transition actually into the painted background. But I really don't quite know what. Well, obviously it's Yuru Camp, so I know what to expect from this, but I don't know what to expect from a movie that's 2 hours long. Extensively animated chopping. Actually seeing a bit more of the cooking than just the mid-prep and finalized product. Good delay. You can kind of tell how far away the fireworks are now. There's actual delay between the bangs and the light. Maybe less so on those ones. They chose a good spot and a good day to go camping. She's enjoying it in her own way. Looks fairly tasty. I mean, cooking with the hot coals like that, encompassing all of the cookware. They've really come a long way from just putting instant noodles in some water. Did it need the sound work of hearing that crunching of lettuce? Dog's getting to enjoy himself as well. Pity about the fireworks. Yeah, many a dog is petrified when it comes to loud noises, and fireworks are no exception, if not the main catalyst. If there's one thing that she is exceptionally talented with, it's freaking out while eating. Or anything when it comes to eating. Would it be good if there were more firework types than just the normal explosion ones? Even if they are fancy colours. Are they thinking about the future? What may come down the line? How long are they going to stay camping for? In many years to come, they're still going to meet up, have these moments. Shoot. So, keeping in the family lineage type thing, getting a bike, traveling around. How many plans have been made as school friends, and how many are going to be kept? I know I very rarely see anyone I used to go to school with. See, so it's go through various stages, eras, if you will, and hairstyles. There's a 6 a.m. So, seeing this, we see that she's moved out, got her own place. Is that talk of what we'll do as adults been shifted abruptly to what we're experiencing right now? What looks to be a nice, productive member of society. The daily grind. I do wonder what. I see she's enjoying the usual commute to work. But yeah, I do wonder what. If we are going ahead in years and now they're working and everything, where each of them have ended up. And how content they are. Hmm. Editorial department of some magazine or another. So she gets in quite early compared to anyone else. So is she the quite the hard worker? Or is it just so she can leave early as well? I mean, you've just started. It's a little too late to, or a little too early to have a break. Can't believe I just said that. Nice hair. He just couldn't stay away. He got back and marketing is what early starts each time. Grape chocolate. I don't think I've ever had grape chocolate. So until she can make it legible and easily presentable, can't hand in another manuscript. Or is she holding herself back, thinking it's not good enough? I mean, it will be a little boost in the economy in that area, get people out looking at the cafes. But what is he worried about? Is it too standard, too safe? Wow. Any feedback or just a big red stamp of rejected? Hmm. But starting off well, working hard and not having her work appreciated. Good to see that her little avatar is safely wearing a helmet as well. Has she gone up in the world or still doing some sort of delivery job? Not still the leaflets or something that she was doing before. Now it's purely for travel, for fun. What kind of scenery? How do I fail an R? Are we going to see in this one? What new sites compared to what we had before? Maybe they'll backtrack, reminisce of good times past, kind of thing. And where else would she be than in a camping store? This is purely for display purposes. She has to try her hardest to stay out of it. I'd say the fire is a little close to the tent, but what are you going to do? You're pressed for space here. Hmm. And I guess working in a place like this would mean that she sees a lot of people that are either just starting out. How's she gonna? How does she feel about helping people in this hobby that she so adores? Uh, it's a good investment. She's not trying to upsell. She's actually just not trying to upsell, giving them actual decent advice, what they would need. Maybe not what corporate would like in an assistant here, but huh. But she actually cares about the people in there. Hopefully, doesn't shoo away too many customers to their opposition. If they actually continue it. Does she have a certain kinship with this one, considering her love of that gas lamp so long ago? A simple flickering flame speaks so much, actually, considering I would not be trusted with a gas lantern. And I wonder if the employees, when she was back looking at all the camping gear, felt the same way as her look just then. So what does she do after a hard day at work? What does she do to try and relax? Apparently grape chocolate is pretty decent. I was about to say, has her adventuring spirit been quashed slightly thanks to the working life? Or make the most of the weekend now it's free? God, it's horrifying. Not what one would expect immediately upon opening a message. Her knack of taking photos hasn't improved, I see. Oh no. Was she just talking about it out loud rather than actual conversation topic just then? I see she learned well. The problem with the daily grind, what we do to try and earn a living. Everyone has their own things, their own places. Could have been better. We've seen her floundering a little. Not with her successes, at least, at the company. Does it have to be down in one? And because she quit, she's now tourism. I mean, is she good at getting people hyped up about the place? Hmm. I mean, at least she's happy about it. That's all that matters, really. As long as she's having fun with her job. Right. Are you trying to get some ideas here, or pass it on to someone else so she doesn't have to do all the work herself? Too close. Uh, I guess she's paying for the entire meal now. And just like that, they were no longer welcome to return to the establishment. Wait, what? This is a kidnapping. Yep. Well, goodbye any plans that she actually had to do. So she was already a bit of a handful to deal with back in school. Now, so much worse. Also, several times, for loads of shows that I've watched, I've wanted to have a catch up with the characters afterwards. What they were doing with their lives, how far they've come. So seeing it all here. Huh. It could do with a little love, I guess. At least it doesn't seem completely derelict. I wonder who all the work will be passed to. At least you've got a vending machine there. Japan and its classic vending machine everywhere. I really wish there were more here. Avoiding any sort of hustle in stores and whatnot. Ah, like a warm drink on the side of the street, please. Or in this case, somewhere abandoned. I wonder when was the last time it was restocked. If the vending machine out. Where did the box come from? Vending machine is out here for so long. But imagine how it will look with the wipe down, a quick dust, and obviously in a new light. It has basic amenities needed for a campsite. Just needs to cut back some of the overgrown foliage. Make sure none of the logs there are unsteady. Or rotten enough to put your foot through. Everything's been shut off, but overall, it doesn't seem too bad. I did see that in the corner when we were scouting out over the landscape, but could you put some sort of canopy over it and have it as a little pavilion? There's promise in this area, and the fact to see it go unkempt and abandoned for several years, a bit of a shame, but the possibilities of what they can do with it. How much money does a campsite rack in, though? Is it going to talk to us today? She's lost her imagination. Poor girl. Work life will do that to you. I think with quite a good view, at least. But I think she's starting to see the promise in this area. The one-off statement of making it into a campsite actually seeming feasible. Plus, having someone in the tourism industry to really sell it and get other people here. Hmm. Did she sleep well? No hangover or anything? Was she aiming for this all along? Is it just when she mentioned the campsite, she was like, aha. Yep. Well, so this abduction was just to show her as well. She really has just been kind of going with the flow here. Being able to uproot and go somewhere else. It still can. Just needs a little tender care. And considering we've got people who really know what camping is, and what kind of things it needs, how to make the best out of it, I think they're in some good hands to make this into a worthwhile place. As long as she keeps back on the drink. Back off of the drink. I believe she's coming around to the idea. As though she hadn't got enough on her plate already. Now, how or why exactly is she here? Does she have a tracking beacon on them or something? Oh, so that's why she took the photo in the bar. How much? Yeah. So, the fact that she just dropped everything and came at a whim immediately to go and meet them. Ah. Who would turn down lunch proposed by Nadeshko? Who would turn that down exactly? Hmm. Although the years might have gone past a little, things haven't really changed all too much, have they? You'd hope so. It's pretty good crab then, isn't it? But I am, as much as I don't really ever eat shellfish or anything, it is making me hungry. Maybe I should have had something before starting to watch this. Then the main deal. I think she is enjoying it. Some a little more graceful than others in how they obtain their meat. How? If anyone was going to damage themselves with it, it would have been her. Have we just been silently enjoying a dinner for... How? Have we just been silently enjoying a dinner for about 4 minutes? How many words have been said in this scene other than or ow? Yeah, I was just wondering that. They didn't even notice her arrive. I mean, the car's still on. Is there any left for her? Well, apparently the drunken whims of someone is all it takes to get part of the group all back together. Ah, I see. Of course, she would get a job in that kind of industry. The room looking so empty and quiet. Hmm. So, one big group project like this, building a. Mhm. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to get them all together constantly on weekends. I want them to put it all together, but still, having a project for them all to dig their heels into. She gets, yeah, she's giving the okay. Can someone else be in charge, please? Site supervisor? Actually, fair. I almost misread that and had bank operations. Like, you do not want her handling the money. She's the face of it all. I mean, in their own way, she's the most experienced out of all of them, isn't they? There's no backing out of it now. She's dug her own grave with this project. As long as this entire movie just turned out to be some bad dream or imagination of their future, what might be. It's been a while since they've last been together, so being able to catch up like this must be nice. Keep your eyes on the road, please. There's many a thing which I thought, oh, this would be cool to partake or undertake, kind of build something from scratch. There are definitely those that I would not trust to be part of it, though. Hopefully, she's not checking her phone while riding. But it's a good time for us to see the rest of the conversation. Hmm. Also, the way that she now looks on the bike, much like how we first saw her granddad and whatnot. Hmm. So the old friend that we saw just a tiny bit of. It would be a lot easier if the traveling and back and forth was faster. 4 hours, Jesus. Hmm. I mean, considering she likes. Oh, it's his bike. That's why it looks so strikingly similar. Um, considering that she enjoys the travel and the journeys, I think she'd complain too much. when we first saw her struggling a little, having the manuscript rejected, having this to really brighten her day. I mean, that's all it took. I mean, something that she is genuinely interested in, she'll pour her heart and effort into that one. No need for a meeting to go over the proposal, though. Just hold it off for a while. Are we going to catch up with anyone else? Are they going to rope in the teacher at some point? Say, look what we've managed to accomplish without you being there, taking up all of the... I wonder why this just feels strangely right. Yeah, nothing could possibly... Yeah, nothing could possibly be shady in a tiny room like this having meetings. Let's not. At least she played along. Well, you can start organising it as much as you want. Going in without a plan will just lead to trouble. But who's going to be handling the graphic design of all of this? Probably PR. I mean, that's the point of... So you're accommodating to all, have a kid space, a area for dogs. Rather than be niche, just have as many accommodating factors as possible, trying to bring in everyone and anyone. Have them enjoy a campsite. Weekend warriors. I'm good, thanks. At least they got colour-coded glass. We'll be able to tell who's who now. Go pro. Huh. I mean, progress report. This isn't an interview. The setup could do with a little work, but... That's a neat angle. I didn't think of that. Don't just pull. But yeah, they're going to need... They're going to need a lot of practice, but also... maybe upgrade their tools a little so they're not doing everything by hand all the time. It's been 2.5 minutes. That it's the jungle gym that she saw earlier. Could it be like a Yuru? Okay, for birds. Hmm. Did they not measure anything? The people who made this were morons. Oh, don't worry, the mesh will stop the birds. I mean, maybe if they were housing ostriches in there. Okay. Having a local farmer or whatnot come and give them. I wonder why. Does he have any equipment that he can help? A little bit of expertise in the matter. I mean, look at the teeth. Hmm. Sometimes all it takes is a bit of an experienced hand. Although some of this, I'm surprised they need to be told it. To be fair. Although now he told them how to actually cut the grass, they have the hand scythes. They're gonna have to redo all the area that they've previously been attempting. Otherwise, it might be a little patchy. And now everything is progressing much smoother. Wow. I did like the camera angle before, but actually seeing them have a time lapse of it. Hard day's work. Celebrate with some warm tea. Why did I not even think of them using the yuzu for something? Huh. But how many weekends are they going to have to toil away here before it becomes a feasibly usable space? Yeah, hopefully they haven't overlooked anywhere that they can actually put tents for people to stay when they are camping. Has her drawing skills improved slightly? Hmm. Dispose of the aviary? Ah, they can't make use of it somewhere else or somehow else. Not a camp mascot, though. I mean, sometimes good ideas need a little time to gestate. And the good thing about writing about it is that it will reach quite an audience, get people in straight away, even if it is a local one in like a. Sometimes people want to get away on a little journey, 4-hour drive. I really do love those crosshatch walls that you see alongside some Japanese roads. And seeing this, how much effort they're putting in, makes you think, or makes me think, there are some good sights and views that are just naturally aesthetic. There are others that have so much work put into them, not only to maintain them as well. Well, I don't think Mount Fuji it was going anywhere, so. I see. So you got a natural campsite here. What are the other drawers of other bits and pieces that they've been to? Are we going to have a montage of her returning? Taking the best out of each site. I remember, wasn't this the one with the cow demon story? But what of this place can they keep or reuse for one thing or another? It would seem a shame to pull this down, unless it's not structurally sound. Does she have an idea? Turn it into some concert stage. The sight out of her window. Always within their eye line. First-hand research going around, looking at all the places. It would help with money management. You don't have to spend so much. But would a big steel dome blends in well? I did wonder. For what do you use the steel drums for in the dog park? I can think of a few things, but there's. Well, I guess if they're trying to save money. How's it looking? She was so gung ho about it. Hopefully, he gets the full go ahead. At least there was a smile there. So only a few small roadblocks. There's no one really telling him to halt. They just get really, really quiet just then. What a silly question. Who would turn down some crisp apples like that? And now that she's actually driving snow, now that she's actually driving back and forth, does she have a greater respect in everything that the advisor had done for them? I mean, we already knew there was a chill in the air. What's the site going to look like under a fresh layer of snow? So close yet so far apart. What? How much time are they all going to be able to get to spend on upgrading and maintaining this idea of theirs? I don't think it's all too often that they can get all five of them down working at the same time. So they'll be doing it in small shifts here and there. Hmm. I like her hair. Do they still pull the same kind of tricks? There we go. Do they still pull the same kind of tricks and lies that we used to see? Oh, look who it is. Is she 3 years sober? But getting to actually see pretty much everyone. The world goes on, each having their own little lives. Hmm. There's something oddly charming just in that idea of itself. What is it that they were talking about there? Ah, no. She has not kicked the habit. And now that they've prayed for the goodness of their little campsite, yeah, okay, days are spent slightly differently here. I wonder how she feels now that having a picture of all of them gathered like that on the New Year's sun. I bet she hasn't been working throughout the night. Are they all going to be not quite the same with half of them? Half of them missing. But yeah, Are they still going to be as enthusiastic as what I was going to say? Turns out yes is the answer. July. Well, there's no time to waste. Get cutting. Somehow they'll manage, even if they're working up to the last moment. Bring in the heavy machinery. Why are they letting her do this? To be fair, is there a good option between them as to who's actually operate it? Is she also forklift certified? Just a strimmer? I mean, work will accelerate drastically if they're really getting into it like that. I mean, kind of cool, I guess. But seeing the before, after, and the just entire progress, I wonder if they're keeping the camera up so they can do more time lapses. She has actually done a course. I did wonder how long we were going to see them just like cutting the grass with hand tools, but seeing it a montage of it going forward. Getting the water lines and everything back. Small touch. Really quite liked that. You saw all the crap come through the pipes before the clean water. Only a few comments, but it's a start. Considering this is, early days in the project. There's a stalker in the bushes. The food and the waste. Nadeshko got hungry. Deer, boar, and monkeys. I guess the wildlife is something you have to worry about. At least you're taking that seriously. You have to work out what kind of creature it was, what kind of countermeasures they're going to need. Send in the task force. Spec Ops right here with the robot. You can rock, paper, scissors them to death. Well, there's rustling in the bushes. Did it have to move like that? Excuse me? Man down! And even though you just saw what was on the camera, they are rushing out. It's too late. Ah. And they off. I mean, you saw on the video that it wasn't boars. In more ways than one. How many more of the tough jobs are going to be left to Ginger? Huh. And also, now that I just see the new fresh buds and everything, are they going to do anything to liven up and brighten up the entranceway into the campsite so it looks a little appealing? Quick, see what they've managed to accomplish. I mean, it's getting there. Still kind of looks... The problem is that there is so much work to do that some of it just looks unfinished and untidy. You can definitely see a difference. Wait until the future dog park. Wait until the spring rolls around. See what it looks like when everything in full bloom. Oh no, they're going to be attacked. And are they ignored this time? Almost. And she's deflated. Not quite as much energy as they used to have. I mean, sure, you got to give it a good, a good test drive. They really want the group activity thing here, don't they? Can she even reach the bathroom down there? It looks rather spacious. And how far away is the local... Ooh, that looks nice. How far away is the local stores and whatnot in case people need to go out and grab stuff? What's with that face? I don't know if that's excitement or worry or what. Or mischief. Why doesn't the butterfly just go up? So they haven't been camping in a while. There's small bits they're going to forget and okay, we need to go back. Yeah, so how much did that stove cost? That is a really nice looking stove, yeah. What? That's two things now. One, what the advisor woman said to her about her working in the kindergarten and it coming up to something or other. And now her looking at the kids set and thinking, you know what? The swings, it's back. The swing set could be used here. Oh, at least it didn't seem too perturbed about being on fire. Huh. Okay. I don't know how much use extendable wind tube would be for a fire, but I mean, for salmon, I think that's actually not a bad deal for that much of it. Let me guess, there's salmon involved. Now, here's the thing. Do bay leaves do anything? The recipe is always cool for them, but no one actually knows what they add. You just know when it's not there. Oh, God. They've gone through all of this before. They should know how to deal with someone that is a little happy. Let's just go with that. The new Miss... I mean, does look pretty good. Even if salmon isn't one of my favourite fish. Since considering it's just a few bits and pieces chucked in water, cooked over an open flame. Does this one have any dill or peppercorn in it? Yes? Does someone need to be told that dill is a type of herb? What did you think it was? Brickwork? So that's two big meals that we've had put in front of us so far. There's more. What is this? This is another, big pot. Is this dessert or second meal? They all have room for this. They're definitely going to stay warm throughout the night with all of that, though. To be fair, with all of the hard work that they've been putting in to clear this place and make it all look fresh and sparkling for when they need to open, I think they deserve a hearty meal or two. Still halfway to go. I think it can be such a good place for them, and seeing the entire process and them go from just excitable hobbyists into owning their own campsite kind of thing, really putting in the effort. Is he finding truffles? What's he doing? Well, that's only a problem if you're caught out. Ah. Having some accessibility options open. If you can't use the stairs, put some slope next to it or something. Still thinking about the aviary, are you? Are we going to now be privy as to what... Ah. I mean, you can just go outside of it and you won't have the steel beams covering part of the stars. But yeah, maybe part of them is part of the fun there is ancient artifacts. You want to clean it off, see if it's an old brooch or something. Not that it probably would be in Japan, but there have been quite a few like Roman and Saxon and hoards, coins, brooches, jewellery, etc. have been found quite close to where I am now. You know, there's always a chance of history being right beneath your feet. Hmm. How they'd be able to sleep with her next to them is a mystery. With the opening day reaching, edging ever so closer. Oh, that's a worried look. And the fly in the ointment. What's she been told? What's happened? Okay, not that they're being told to just stop. It's they need to make sure there's nothing else that they'll be destroying if they continue renovation. So what? There'll be a few trenches and whatnot, just making sure if they don't find anything. Well, that's put a dampener on her plans. What she was. Now that she's overhearing some of her co-workers that are really pushing her forward and giving her what she needs. Well, more yes, actually, no, she was yes. Well, since she's got nothing better to do, and they were trying their hardest to help her out there. And since they all got a couple of weeks to just unwind, sit back and do something else for a while. It's covered. Almost as if it's symbolic of their plans at the minute. They sure respect her. But what is with the school? You can't just keep that little subplot buried away. And we've got plenty of time to actually get into it. But I do like how it was all go, everything just blasting ahead, them having fun, and now, uh oh. So the excavation is going to take a little while longer. Damn it, dog. What has it become a? So all the hard work they've put in completely quashed. Maybe a campground/museum could be a thing. Not only, I don't think it was the effort that they put in that they're upset about, it was the project that they shared together that they were enjoying. Don't worry, Ginger will come up with a plan. Damn, history getting in the way of things. But yeah, having artifacts want to be found is a good way to have any sort of project shut down, at least in the short term. Ah. Is it her first year of them all leaving? Is that what this was about? Was it her leaving? Ah, okay. So that would be why she was thinking, oh, I could take the swing set. Any particular reason? Now she's. Yeah, nothing like saying good job, like spinal issues and being soaked in the rain. Can she get under the umbrella again now? I can. Bit of an end of an era for her, even if she was only working there for a small time. Yeah, that's the face of her lying, isn't it? Never too old to frolic in the rain. Yeah, ignore your troubles with a bit of humour and pretending it's not affecting you that bad. Just the weather for a nice walk. But much like any good story, we've got the mid story blues. She needs something else to really get her teeth into. Doesn't want to be sat at home doing nothing. Wants to distract herself a little from. distract herself a little from what's going on. Maybe she can turn all the effort that they actually put into a new story project for them. Now it's up to trying to make the most of the situation. What else can they do? Even if the campsite idea does have the kibosh on it. Now back with the lamp. Do you want to try lighting it again? Ah. Can she help out, get them what they need for a decent price? I mean, it's outside, they're having food, having fun. Don't need to sleep. You need to go all in straight away. Starting with cup noodles. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen it. And she actually got someone to make a purchase here. Wow, everything is looking up. The feeling that she got from it, not only was it the camping itself, but it was her friends, the company along the way. Yeah. I mean, if she wasn't invested in camping and whatnot, then it would just be a job. But seeing so many around her with the same feeling, the same love and wonder for adventure, I guess. Uh, oh, an infinite box of snacks. I think she needs a break. They're alive! How could you eat them now? Is this what counts as death in service? Does she get paid if she collapses at the desk? If anyone was going to be overworked, what's the. Yeah. So, I didn't expect a LSD trip to be given to us in the mid. Why is the bike inside? That's the worst part about all of this. You'd be damaging the floor tiles and the carpet. Didn't even reach bed. Just good question. A delivery. Not that she's horribly, horribly late for work or anything. I would quite like some emergency rations. You know, to get over the disappointment of the campsite, regain a bit of the fun and adventure they used to have, without having to worry about things too much. Hot spring. Good idea. And is it just going to be? Is it just going to be those two, or are others going to be meeting them as well? At least the journey back would be relatively simple. Is it easily exchangeable? Someone really put a lot of effort into animating. Hmm. And don't need to go at an amazing pace. He's getting old after all. The I hope nothing bad happens to the dog in this. I mean, that would be too much to go on top of everything else. There's. Are they just going to be hurting themselves by fuck that game? Yeah, came quick out of nowhere, silent when she was just reminiscing. Do you have an idea? If that campsite is a no, they're going to start something else. They're going to go small so they don't have to be disappointed. Do the proper checks. It gave her the idea. Sometimes, stick with the ones you like. No need to be too adventurous if you got something that you actually enjoy. Out of the two, curry would be my go-to, I think. How many back and forth shots are we going to need for them eating some cup noodles or ramen? I guess. And what's in the center of this one? At least now ah, they are going really high up, so much so it's going snow hiking. I like how it wasn't really too explained or anything, just here, put the extra grip on your shoes and whatnot. If anyone actually wants to know a bit more, research it yourself. That's, of course, if anyone doesn't know what crampons are. But a hot spring at the top of a mountain like this surrounded by snow. It's going to be picturesque, if nothing else. The highest outdoor bath. I mean, there are certain things that, when it comes to other countries, maybe a little jealous of. Britain doesn't have too much in special geological features and the like, but some geothermal springs and the bits like Japan has, that would be nice. Hmm. Take your mind off it, go soak for a bit. Hopefully, if they were talking about it on TV, it's not too overcrowded and popular one by the time they get there. I like the music, kind of adventurous, but wide and open. Ha! I did see that, like, little outcropping, but it's like, maybe it's just something in there on the path. Is there going to be. Wow, it is just a small bath on the side of a cliff. Hopefully, there's not going to be a waiting line kind of thing to try and get into it. Proper jobs, disposable income, bills, stuff to worry about. The world is their oyster now. All the plans that they had before, they can really put into action now. To know your limitations, especially when it comes to what's actually feasible, and I guess time, money, effort, being able to get people around and all chime in. That it did. He was working hard for her. It's really nice that she had someone that she could rely on, even if she didn't know he was doing it. Mm. That's kind of all, the main thing is that even as we grow older, there's more stuff we are in charge of, more responsible for. But hopefully, there'll be those around you who actually want to help out. Such as. Hmm. I mean, you could share it before, like when you weren't adults, but spreading the joy far and wide, like the people that have helped them on their journey of camping, giving them bits of advice. In the moment of need when they're all feeling a little down about the whole project. You just need someone like her to come along and say, yeah, everything will be fine. Considering what they all did for each other and how they helped. They just have to either move the campground or hope that the bits and pieces they found on site weren't enough to start any major excavation work. Are they going in to make a grand proposal about it? Nobody in? A single pinecone on the floor. Huh? Hiding? Oh, for fuck. They're here to steal everything. Intruders. Perfect. I didn't know Ginger had like voice functionality. We saw her being controlled before, though. It's the rise of the rise of the robots. The rebellion has started. It didn't like how it was used to handle the animals before. Okay, and the idea here is it trying to. Hmm. Are they going to halve the size of their campsite? Have it. Of course she is. This is not something that she would joke about. Accelerate. The sooner they can get the excavation done and completed, the faster they can get back to working. If it's on a volunteering basis, I'm sure they'd be happy for any extra hands. Well then, she will be invaluable. But how far down are they going? But are they actually going to find anything? That looks intact. It's not often that you find full vases that are not completely shattered, at least. And while they were all down about the campsite, you got these archaeologists and whatnot working away, toiling on the same ground. For them to laugh and smile alongside them, it just takes a different perspective. What were they eating beforehand? Before she came to help with the cooking. Hmm. Well, if it's interesting, gets people. Okay. Gets people reading. It's not this acceptable each. Hmm. It's not this agreeable all the time. I see they get on well here. Wow, proper deliberation here. An immediate jump up. Why is she slightly blurry there? If you don't agree with it, she will eliminate each and every one of you. They are really putting in the effort here. And making the most and best of currently current structures and whatnot. Proves they're not trying to just destroy everything. Hmm. And so what they will continue on that theme with this idea. By fixing and continuing on while also holding a small maybe observation area for the pottery and the bits. I think they did quite well appointing her as the PR manager. Pottery and camping. Not a combination I had envisioned, to be fair, but I did think of that though. And it actually being a educational area. I mean, they did say they wanted to have a kids' space and whatnot, so make it a campsite little education park. Best of both worlds. They will consider the proposal. Hmm. That's the best that they could have hoped for there. Might as well. Their work is done. Do they still need to wear the hard hats? Their work is done here for the time being. She is away from the desk. Well, with a new spring in her step, maybe they can actually pull this off now. I think everyone will be a little. How long was that? And it's all so much greener now. This is what I asked to see earlier. Just put back by about 6 months or so, but. Well, they're waiting on the leader, aren't they? They're Yeah, really inspirational words there. And working, yeah, in tandem with the archaeology team there. Got to have good separation though. Have clear marked boundaries. How? Everyone needs to stand well clear. Ah, he's back. He's seen the hard work they've put in. Oh, he's making strides with that one. Um, have they been reading the efficient? Been reading the news that they've been putting out, and they will come down to help. School. Are they nabbing the playground equipment? They're nabbing the playground equipment. I mean, it's better than purchasing it all anew. So, just a fresh coat of paint, some protection from the elements. Ah, great. As I say that, it is all coming together a bit too quickly. I like that. Considering we had the sign before, which was a wooden sign painted across it, I like the individual letters on small wooden circles. I think I like that more than I really should for a bit of just signage. More borrowing, I see. And on the grand opening, how many are going to be present? Is it going to be completely packed out? It's the let me guess. Titular sign for their new campground. Hmm. That is a nice sign, to be fair. Just some laser etched plastic. Who would have thought they managed to pull it together considering the issues that they faced? The last bit to crown it all off, put the sign up. They can stand back and admire what they've managed to do. She'll be going ahead of them, make sure it's all good. It's the engine warning light. God damn it. Is the granddad going to come in clutch? Yep. Hang on, is this an old moped? Did they keep it, or is it the mum's bike? Hmm. Yeah, they're booked up pretty well. But that means half aren't. They're all just staring at the clock. Day 1. The minute hand changed, but do you expect anyone to just immediately be there? Yeah, they were kicking down the doors trying to get in, weren't they? Has there been trouble on the roads? Did you even take a number to call them back on? Everyone's got like sad navs and whatnot, but now they're going to have to go out on an expedition. I mean, if they're lost, how do they know? Who would have thought we'd go on a rescue operation on opening day? So she's out going searching for the lost campers and the like. The old moped. Looks a little banged up and worse for wear, but who's going to go out and put those signs up? Obviously not going to be able to take them on the back of her bike. And considering this is first class customer service going out and finding them when they're lost. I mean, they managed to get in and out and find the place easily each time when they were going to fix it all up. The archaeologist went and did the same. Why is everyone else lost? Good to see that Ginger is getting getting good use and in with the idea here. Make immediate use of the dog park. Is that the one that she was taken care of before? What kind of lasting legacy can we leave on the to be dug up in years future, other than just trash? They're gonna have to be a bit more careful. Hopefully, no one's going to be being suing them for dangerous equipment. I mean, it's not America, as far as I know. I mean, there's a little. There's some teething issues every now and again, especially when they're just starting up on the camp, setting up the signs so people actually know where it is one of them. I don't think they'll be helping anyone and everyone set up their tents when they actually get fully underway. You've seen what she's managed to do here. think that's the only last thing she needed to hear to be fully satisfied about what they've managed to do here. Considering this, people enjoying themselves and with a nice view of the mountain right at the back. People regaining feelings of times past, them not going camping for so long and now doing it once again. Huh. And without too many issues. Yeah. I think why wouldn't they enjoy the fruits of their labour? But yeah, having a show all about camping, them starting on their journey and getting into it, to finalising and finishing their own campground and having people carry on that joy. Probably the best send off it can get. It's going to be an odd feeling now going forward from having Yuru being one of the things which has been there for a while. Especially in times recently where I've kind of needed a pick me up and something cheery. Huh. I see the campground itself is growing. It's functioning well. She really hasn't changed, has she? But each of their lives continuing on after the campground is something that they've all managed to do together. They'll probably be reconverging and enjoying it once in a while, but go camping with your dog. Not again. The dog does not look impressed either. But put up some flyers and posters around to spread the word of the campsite. And how did it go down? Yeah, write about what you know. The cafes around is just, yeah, a sensible article or not, but it's not something that is big like her wheelhouse. And they are going to be reoccurring customers, are they? I just thinking about it, seeing a progression of time and people getting on with their lives and having new responsibilities and things they have to do, and friends, family, everything. If it doesn't get you thinking about your past, what you used to, what you used to be able to do, or what you've went through. I don't think it got its point across just well. They saw it. There's the sunrise. Not leading us on for a bait onto something else, something small. No, it's we'll see the sunrise and we'll go camping once again as a team right here. Seeing it in the credits. And it all started from a pine cone. This series as a whole, being Yuru Camp, I've said it before, I said it probably not less than 10 minutes ago, but it's something that I really did need. And I'm so glad that I started watching it and I got this far in and we got to see the entire culmination of their journey. From solo camping and zero experience all the way up to building their own campsite, carrying on with their own lives, no matter what form and shape it took. But still trying to get together when they can, stay friends, have those moments of adventure together. Even if it was like 3 years since the last time some of them saw each other. But I do think that there's certain moments you can always look back on fondly, and these group excursions are definitely one of them. I think going camping and having time and fun in the moment is one thing. Setting your own campsite to continue on this legacy is something that they're never going to forget. And we saw people come in and out of their lives. We didn't need to have bits like Nadeshko having the lifelong customers come in and start shopping there and embarking on their journey again. But having that cycle, the almost Ouroboros snake eating its own tail circle continuation, I like that idea. Mainly because it also puts together the point of how much they can help each other, the bits that they have learned from on their way, like when they've struggled at a campsite and had a random stranger give them a bit of advice and help. We all feed into each other, become one big mesh and net on the tapestry of someone's life. I just wonder how much damage I'm doing. I don't know what to do from here because I'm stuck in a quandary. The feeling of kind of elation that I saw this entire story through to its end and it was calming and exactly what I needed, but now I don't have Yuru Camp to fall back on. Obviously, I can just watch it again, so there's always that. But I'm going to have to be thinking about starting something else. Like I said, I've had a few suggestions, and I've definitely taken those into account. So we'll see what I end up doing next week. Today, I think that I'm not going to be able to get this cozy feeling out of my head for quite a while. I don't have anything to have a hot pot in or any crab or anything like this, so I might have to just make do with I was going to say regular British cuisine, but I do wish I had someone close to me to share it with, though. It would be so much better than just eating alone. If you have enjoyed this journey, if you have lived a little vicariously through it, even if some of us aren't exactly going outside at the minute. And let me know. If you had ever the idea to start something of your own, whether it be a campsite or anything small, try to carry through with that idea, as long as you've got permission to do so. Then we can really do something cool. I'm sure if you put your hard work into it, your passion, then it will come out in the final product. But we all have our own lives and work that we need to try and put up with, try to get through each day. You do have others around you that can help. Me? Honestly, it's thanks to you. I've had this channel for a while now, a few years, and still can't believe the journey I've made. Tell me through so much more than I thought it would. But for now, I'm gonna have to sign off, get some food. Most importantly, I do hope you enjoyed every moment of it. So let me know down below if that's the case. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you want to make sure not to miss out future videos. Join onto my Discord. There's always things in the description for you sometimes, maybe. But get some rest. Really hope to see you in the next one. My patrons are the ones that are helping me build the grand campsite that is my channel. And if you would like to put down your own tent, consider joining onto my Patreon as well. And of course, there'll be plenty of hot food that is anime to come in the future. So, thanks to every single one of you. And especially to Noku, Sal, Croyville, Diego Zenhausen, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Light Wizard 91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because if it wasn't for you, this grand plan would never have got as far as it did.